Hello, Tailosive Tech. Welcome back, Apple Sheep. How are we doing tonight? It's 11:30, as scheduled. 30 minutes, right on the money, and I'm already getting emails. Tailosive Tech is live now. Tailosive Tech is live now. What's up, everyone? How we doing? It's a late night stream, so it happens to be a very special night because, as you can tell by the title, iPhone. Okay. Phone. I know I'm live. I appreciate that. I have to have the phone out right now because I'm refreshing the Apple Store just in case it happens to be ready early. I want to be able to jump at a moment's notice. How's everyone doing? When's it going to start? We're here. We should be up. What's up? Should be running. We are live. If you cannot see me, something is wrong. But also, how did you hear me? It's early in the morning. Yeah, it's very late at night. It's 11:30. But this is actually a regular time for us to live stream because I like to do 2 live streams a week, one at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, one at 11:30 p.m. on Thursday night so that I can reach further away countries like Australia and Europe. But it just so happens that on this particular Thursday at 12:01 a.m., which it'll be Friday, that's when the pre-orders start for the next iPhone, the next Apple Watch, the next Apple TV. So we're going to be ordering all 3 today. Okay? Why you stream in the middle of the night? Well, listen, I just told you. I thought I just explained it. What colors are you getting? Okay, I'll tell you the exact ones. We'll be getting and this is based on customer feedback. Okay, not customer, viewer feedback. You guys aren't really customers. In a way you are, but not really. So for instance, first of all, the first thing we're going to be trying to get, because I can't pre-order everything at the same time, iPhone 8 Plus 64 gig. That'll be first priority goal number 1 because I think the iPhones are going to sell out faster than anything else. So priority 1, as soon as the website updates at 12:01, iPhone 8 Plus Space Gray 64 gig is the first one we're going to go for. After that, the next thing we're going to go for is it kind of dark? It's dark outside. Is that part of it? I could turn on more lights, but then people complain it looks yellow. Anyway, going for the iPhone 8 first. It's kind of dark. Turn up your brightness. Gonna max out iPhone. No, there was a big donation from someone on the last live stream who said they would donate a certain amount so that I could review the phone and then send it to them afterwards. So I'm buying the phone for him. I'm buying for that particular fan who was very gracious to cover the price to let me review it first. I'll get into the super chat just in a second. So I'm buying the exact model he wants. This isn't the phone I'll be keeping, but it'll be one I review. I compare it to the 7 Plus, and when the iPhone 10 does come out, I'll compare it to that. So, iPhone 8 Plus. After that, I'm hoping to get the cellular version of the Apple Watch Series 3. I want to get the Sport Loop because that's a brand new band. I don't have that yet, and I already have a black Sport band, so it doesn't make sense to buy a second one. So I'm going to try to get the Space Gray one because we did a Twitter poll, and everyone agreed, like, hands down, that they wanted to see me review the Series 3 in Space Gray, not silver. That's fine. I think they both look good. Now that Space Gray is back in the ecosystem entirely, it'll be very easy to finally have a Space Gray ecosystem, both with the watch, the phone, the iPad, MacBook, and then hopefully, at the end of the year, the iMac Pro. Let's just hope so. Anyway, super chats. Let me get in. Graham Glenn says, I decided to do $2 so that my bank will be even. Oh, thank you, Graham. I appreciate that. The Hammer donated as well. Says, just a random comment to be read out, because I can. Thank you. I appreciate the donation. And yes, there's someone in the chat who is accurately doing something, who's letting you know of a deal, which is kind of weird, but I'm going to agree to it. If for some crazy reason, and I have no anticipation why this would happen, no clue why, this is crazy, but I'll agree to it. If in some crazy way, during this live stream, we reach a record 1,000 in donations, crazy high, then I instead would buy the Apple Watch edition. Okay? That's not going to happen, though. Next, Michael Billig says, I love you, that is all. Well, thank you. I love that you love me. I appreciate that. I love all my fans as well. Well, most of them. Some of you are very hard to love, but I appreciate all the support. Especially yours, Michael. Thank you. Yeah, you have crazy ideas. Apple removed the app section on iTunes and PC and Mac. So what do you think about those who has more than one device? The app section on iTunes. That's a bit. I don't know. They can remove things. It happens. Does Apple Store automatically refresh at 12 on one? We hope so. Yes, this is the microphone that is powering the live stream. You should hear me through that. It sounds a lot better. It was like you can only donate 600. Yeah, but you can do multiple donations. You could, like, for instance, 1,000. You just donate 500 twice. It's simple math, everyone. Oh, there's a big one. Big donation from Zach Tech Reviews. Thank you. Says, not an Apple guy, but I love your channel and respect the fruit. Cheers and keep up the great work. P.S. Shout out a small creator that's hustling. Please check out Zach Tech Reviews. He may not be an Apple guy, but he shows his support. We appreciate that, Zach. Thank you. It's so dark. Why is it so dark? I don't know. I don't tell the camera to be darker. Like, it looks so much brighter on the camera on that end. Elgato has new problems every day. This is the Zoom H6 microphone. So yeah, we're going to be refreshing the Apple Store here a lot. Oh, Graham donated again. Says, do you like Chick-fil-A? Also, it's Graham. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad at reading things. I'm a college dropout. Give me a break. There's actually no Chick-fil-A in Oroville, and there's not actually one near Oroville. So the last time I went to Chick-fil-A, I was in Los Angeles, which was many, many months ago. And it was good. I remember liking it, but we don't go there often. Please answer me. Why is there no stainless steel Apple Watch Series 3? There is. There definitely is. Oh, it's fine. It's people are always weird in the chat. That happens. What color are you getting? The Twitter poll agreed that they wanted space gray. So I'm buying what you guys want. Not exactly, but I do a little bit of leeway. Like, I kind of wanted the silver one because I thought it looked good. But now that now that space gray has finally returned, it's like, guys, I have all. Okay, I'll turn on extra lights, but I don't think that's the problem. I think it's the camera output is kind of messed up. So there, it's a tiny bit brighter. Oh my God, I can't see Drew. How can I watch him pre-order his stuff if I can't see him? Yeah, I thought the silver looked good too, but now that Space Gray is back, we can complete the ecosystem with Space Gray. So I went on Twitter and I asked everyone. Now we have 2,000 followers on Twitter. Thank you. So I said, do you guys want Space Gray or silver? And 80% out of the 600 people who voted for Space Gray. So I said, okay. How backordered do you think the Series 3 will be upon release? Apple Watches typically aren't that backordered because design-wise they haven't changed that much. So I think designing them and mass producing them, while it is smaller, isn't quite as hard a task as the iPhone because the iPhones have changed so much. You know, the Series 3 from the outside is not drastically that different from the Series 2, which means the factory lines, the people who build these Apple Watches, they don't have to change that much, which makes it easier to mass produce. And again, the Apple Watch is not that popular of a product as the iPhone, so it means that it's easier to mass produce. And I didn't pre-order an Apple Watch Series 2, this one, the one I'm wearing today. I did not pre-order this. I walked into an Apple store on launch day of the iPhone 7. There was a giant line out the mall, everyone waiting for it. I just walked in there and said, can I have a Space Gray Series 2? And they had it. But it was low. I walked in there about 40 minutes after the store had opened, and they said, that's the only color we have left, which I was like, great. So it was close, but I did get it without a pre-order. Still no update on the app. I've been told by many sources that the app is more reliable. That's why I'm buying it on my phone. So forgive me if during the pre-order process, I stop reading the chat, because I'm probably going to. Even the super chat, because I'm going to be focused on refreshing this as fast as possible. Okay? So that's going to be the important thing. Afterwards, if I can get this all to work, then of course we'll go back to this chat. Veneer Joan in Texas, I want to get the iPhone 8 very bad. What do I do? You give Apple a lot of money. That's typically how it works. They will have enough iPhone 8 to meet demands. And do you think... Oh, okay, guys. Every iPhone every year is going to have a problem. I mean, they're going to run out fast. Every single year. So the only way to get this to work properly is if you do it what we're doing tonight. You know, you wait till 12:01, you refresh like crazy, and you try to buy it as fast as possible. That's the best case scenario because these things can sell out in minutes, guys. When will you upload this stream? Have to run soon. Whenever it's done processing, so hopefully tomorrow. But there will also be a Refried Friday tomorrow. After Refried Friday on Saturday, there will be an iPhone 10 defense rant, heavily, heavily requested. So there we go. You'll get it. You'll get a defense rant for all the complaints with the iPhone 10, compiled them into a big video. And then after that, on Sunday, you will get the final MKBHD collaboration chapter, and then we'll finally be done with videos that took place in the Green Attic. So say goodbye. Say goodbye to the green walls. To be a chat moderator, check out Patreon. We have a special perk for it. Drew's, tonight the pre-order for the iPhone 10 tonight, or just the iPhone 8? No, it's just the 8. iPhone 10 is not available for a long, long time. October 27th at 12:01 a.m. is when the iPhone 10 pre-orders start. It's capable of 4K, even the screen resolution can't play it. Would it be better to buy the iPhone 8 at my carrier store or at the official store on launch day? I don't know. I'm going to guess the Apple store. I am honestly going to say they have more, I'm guessing. Bring on the 8 Plus, Space Gray. Yes, Daniel Holloway, I saw you in the chat. Thanks for joining. Drew set an alarm? Why? I'm looking at I have the time on my phone. I have it on my watch and my MacBook. I am totally aware of the time right now. Getting the iPhone 8 Plus for those who are just joining. And this is going to a fan after, just pre-ordered, it's up. What? No way. Lies. Someone's saying that there's no stainless steel. Well, right now there's not anything. Download Google Chrome automatic refresh. It refreshes every second for you. It's in my cart. Do I have something in my bag, bro? The website is still down for me, and I have full coverage right now, so I don't know what's going on in that end. It's not 12:01 yet. It's 11:42 p.m., so we still got like 19 minutes still. The app updates faster. Yeah, I am. Everyone says the app updates faster, but it still says we've got something in store. Guys, it's going to be 12:01. I think they're pretty on the nose about that. And if anything, it's going to be later. Well, they'll probably be slightly delayed. My prediction of how the Apple Store works, you know, how they go down, they went down a long time ago. It was like 5-6 hours before midnight. It's crazy early. What I think it is personally is it's not them updating the site and adding new things. I think they have all that ready. All it is them shutting down all orders from everything, and they're just saying turn the servers all the way off. That way, at 12:01, when everyone starts ordering, the servers have rested up. They haven't had many orders to process. You know, it kind of clears all their circuits. So they just want to shut it down for a little while. That way, when all the wave comes in, the servers are ready for it. Yeah, still nothing on my end. Taylor Shockley, thanks, says, it's my birthday in 20 minutes, turning 20. Dope vids, by the way. Well, congratulations, Taylor. Happy birthday. Man, all this stuff is not going to be out in India for a long time. I'm sad that it has to work that way, but yeah, it does. Before you can get pre-ordered, what will you get then? I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pretty fast. I think there'll be enough. I think the people that are doing what I'm doing, where they just refresh minute by minute, I think they have a pretty good chance of getting what they want. It'll take a couple minutes for all this stuff to sell out, but as long as I'm fast, I have Apple Pay set up on two different debit card, on a debit card and a credit card. So if one goes wrong, I have a backup as well. Yeah, I'm using Apple Pay to order. Do you really want to buy $1,000 for a phone? No, I want to buy an $1,100 iPhone. You guys remember, I was prepared for the iPhone 10 to cost $1,400. I was rather grateful that it started at $1,000. No, I'm just getting the 8 Plus. And again, it was a donation in the last stream from someone who said, I want to support you. I want you to review the iPhone 8, and then I'll have it afterwards. So someone donated a very large amount that covered the price. Well, not covered, but met like halfway of the phone, and I said I would cover the other half. So I get to get the iPhone 8 Plus hopefully in 1 week, review it, and then after that, compare it to the iPhone 10 once the iPhone 10 comes out, and then send it to the fan who agreed to pay for it because he paid for a lot of it, so I'll cover it him. Oh, we got more super chats. Better get your CC ready. You need to verify CVV at purchase inside the app. Well, guess what? I've got a drawer here. It slides out. Both of my cards are in here and you can't see them. That's the important thing. So you guys don't have to worry about that because you're all in your individual houses doing whatever. I have to be careful. I can't just yank out the debit card and start reading it because I'm live. And 720p isn't that HD, but still, I don't want you guys to see it. So I've got them in here and you can't see them. Okay. Veneer Drone in Texas, is it okay if I Command R on my laptop, not my phone? I don't know. I'm not going to be ordering from my laptop. Okay. Helios says, get the blush gold. I appreciate the donation, but I'm going to get the item that the fan requested specifically because it's ultimately going to him afterwards. What is that thing on your desk? That's the microphone. That's what you're hearing me from. Yes, and we'll get a fully space gray Apple ecosystem. We getting the numbers? Well, what's them social security numbers? Oh, it's 528491176. There you go. To commemorate the original iPhone, why don't you get a silver iPhone 10? Because I have a space gray ecosystem. Also, it doesn't look good. The silver one, I get that you guys think it looks good. I understand that people are like, man, that's impressive. But at the same time, they don't have white bezels on the front, so the black glass on the front doesn't match the white glass on the back, and I think that's kind of weird. And I wouldn't like it if the bezels were white because then the notch looks really ugly. I'm really glad Apple didn't make white bezels, but at the same time, I don't think it's as consistent. Whereas I think the space gray one, same color glass on both sides. It's more matching. It goes along with the dummy I ordered. Like, I'm excited. It's going to match everything just fine. I'm getting space gray. But that's for the iPhone 10. But for the iPhone 8 Plus, I am also getting space gray. Okay. Also, space gray Apple Watch. Yes. Cellular. We're getting the cellular version. Cellular Apple Watch have rectangular or square packaging? We don't know. Of course, no one knows. I think, though, on the Apple Store app, before it went down, you could look at what the boxes look like. I saw a picture of both the iPhone 10 box and the iPhone 8 box. And the iPhone 8 box is literally just like the iPhone 7's. It's just the back of the phone, except it's shaded a little differently because it's glass. And then the iPhone 10 box is actually just the front of the phone. Yeah, suck it, Samsung. That's right. That's my quote. But I don't hate Samsung. Sometimes I just get excited in the moment and I get very passionate. I don't hate Samsung. Why don't you get the new gold for iPhone 8 Plus so you can do a comparison? Again, like I said, because this phone isn't staying with me. A fan offered to cover a lot of it, and I said I'd review it and then send it to him. So he's paying for most of this phone. So I said, what iPhone 8 do you want? And he specifically asks, iPhone 8 Plus, space gray, 64 gigs of storage. So that's what I'm getting. I'll use it for about 2 months because that's how long it'll take to get to the iPhone 10. Compare the two. Once we've compared them and I'm now reviewing the iPhone 10 and the 10 is my daily driver, I'll send the iPhone 8 Plus to that fan who paid for it. I'm in contact with him. Do carriers offer payments for the Apple Watch LTE? The rumor is it's $10 a month, both on Verizon and AT&T. If you don't have those, I don't know what you get. But the report I read said that Verizon is going to offer the first 3 months of cell service for free because it's a watch, so you're not using much data. But afterwards, it'll be $10 a month, so not much at all. Helios again says, Google released Pixel 2 teaser. Guess they don't want you to get an iPhone. Tried Galaxy S8. Worst decision in my life. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible phone. It just didn't work necessarily for me for all the things I need a phone to do. It wasn't cutting it, sadly. So it didn't work out for me, and I've heard many other people say the same thing. I saw lots and lots of comments on my Galaxy S8 saying that their Samsung phone works great for a couple weeks, and then after a while it starts slowing down, starts losing features. It becomes a problem in the long run. It's not as reliable. And other people don't. Other people say like it still works great, hasn't slowed down at all. So it's inconsistent. 4K at 60 on 64 gigabytes. Is this worth it? Well, keep in mind, yeah, see, Shazine says my S8 is lagging. There you go. Um, I have an iPad Pro with 512 gigabytes of storage and an A10X chip. And I think the A10X chip isn't terribly slower. If not, it's equally as fast as the A11 because the A11 chip on the iPhone 8 and 10 has two main processor cores and four backups. A10 has four main processor cores and two backups. And they didn't talk much about in the keynote about how the A11 is faster. They didn't necessarily say that. And usually if they did make a faster chip, they mention it. They say, this is the improvement we've made. They compared it to the A10, but not the A10X. So I'm guessing that, you forgot to say Bionic. Yeah, that's fine. And Dale Boomstick says, my S8's Wi-Fi connection is horrible. It almost never connects. Why not get stainless steel watch? You want to pay for it? Because it costs a lot more, that's why. It's a lot of money. Get the ISO of your camera higher. Go all the way over there and mess with it all over again. Would TV be 60? Guys, the brightness for me is very different. I know it looks dark for you, but I'm not sure exactly what's causing that because the monitor on mine looks very bright. So if I start raising the ISO, it's just going to be dark and bleached out. So I'm sorry, but we're refreshing too much right now to try to do a stream fix. So I'm just going to focus on this, and I'll try to make it look better in the next one. 4K at 60 also, yes, is a game changer. But yeah, if I run out of storage on 64 gigs, I can just airdrop it to the iPad because the iPad has half a terabyte. And I'll use that as kind of an external hard drive that's AirDrop supported. And I think there's a really easy way to calculate how much 4K at 60 uses up. And it does use a lot, I'm sure, but the new codec they use helps. So if you go into the settings of your phone, you see that 4K at 30 frames a second uses 170 megabytes a minute, which means that you're closing in on, see, if we round that up to 200 megabytes. It's a little bit less. It's like 300. It's like 360 megabytes a minute. So that's around the area of 3 minutes equals a gig. So yeah, you could definitely fill it up quickly, but they're anticipating that probably not a lot of people are going to film at 4K at 60, and the iPhone 8 likely isn't going to have that on by default. If anything, it'll have 1080 at 60 on by default. And yeah, they could merge things a little bit differently. Maybe when we're at 60, it's not exactly double 30. So it could be 400 megabytes a minute. But yeah, you could fill that up quick. But I'm just saying that I'm likely not going to be filming 30-minute 4K at 60 videos. Probably doing little bits. And yeah, there's also this new thing they mentioned, but they didn't talk about it in the keynote, called cinematic 4K. And that's at 24 FPS, which we can't do on our iPhone 7. I have the iOS 11 Goldmaster version, and I don't have that 4K at 24 option. That is an iPhone 8 and 10 thing. I don't know what that is, but I'm excited to try it out. Which is quite underrated. Yeah, you can't do it on the iPhones now. Will you play the game they demoed at the keynote? I don't know. It might cost something. It didn't look like a game I would like to play, but I just know it looked really good. Yeah, H.265. That H.265 encodec will allow them to record a lot more and store a lot more data. Yeah, you're surprised they didn't upgrade the water resistance IP68. I know that's you were expecting, along with many others. I think it could be because I've seen so many water. Sorry, excuse me. I'm getting sick because I'm sick of waiting for all these iPhone 8 stuff. I was hoping they would up the water resistance, but if you've seen the water tests on iPhone 7s, they perform really well. In fact, they probably could compete with the Note 8 and S8 on waterproofing, even though those get IP68. I think the difference is Apple doesn't want to tell its users to not charge their phone because there's moisture in it. That's something that I thought was a little fuzzy on the Galaxy S phones. It's like, yeah, it's waterproof. And I dunk it in a pool, I use it, I take it out, and then they say, do not charge this phone. Wait for the charge point to dry out. which is kind of weird because now it's like it's taking functionality away, even though it's waterproof. Now you can't charge the phone. So don't get it wet if you're low on battery. That's too complicated. And I bet Apple was more like, just don't get it wet. Just be careful with it because we don't want to tell our fans specifically, like our fans, customers. We don't want to tell our customers specifically, don't plug in your phone when it gets wet. They're just saying, it's water resistant. So if you fall in a pool, if you drop it in the sink or whatever, it'll be fine, but don't like intentionally throw it in water. Whereas Samsung's like, no, throw it in water. Just be really careful afterwards, okay? Like, and also the S8 and Note 8 don't have stereo speakers, where the iPhone 7 did. And one of the only side effects of taking the iPhone 7 into a pool, swimming around with it, leaving it at the bottom for a long time, they said was the top speaker, the earpiece, died. So the S8 doesn't have to worry about that part because they only have the speaker on the bottom. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to a portless future. When I get my iPhone 8, I want to try to do the portless challenge where I use wireless headphones. I connect it to my car wirelessly. I wirelessly charge it, and I just try to never plug my phone in. That's going to be my goal. Apple still tells the customers not to plug the phone in when it's wet. Yeah, but they tell it in the bottom of the iPhone page. Yeah, but they're not telling you like when you drop your phone in water, you don't get a notification that says your phone is wet. Will you be getting one of the new woven bands anytime soon? I want to get the Sport Loop. That looks good. The new one that just came out. I already have in here the nylon bands. These are fine. They're not that great. I have two. This entire drawer from here to here is just watch bands, and it's already full. I've been sent so many watch bands from companies, and I still have more on the way. That I don't want to intentionally buy more watch bands. Obviously, I have to get a watch band with the new watch, but other than that, I'm not going to buy watch bands just because they look cool anymore. I've got too many watch bands, and the problem I've realized with the more watch bands you own is the more you buy, the more useless they all become because you can really only wear one at a time. And it can get a little bit frustrating when you keep changing them out every day. It's like, oh yeah, I have that one. Oh yeah, I have that one. And the rest of the time, all these watch bands just sit here and do nothing. So that's why I'm trying to stop myself and be like, no more watch bands, Drew. Just obviously get a new band when you buy the watch because you have to. So that's why I'm not buying the Series 3 with the black sport band. I'll be buying it with the Sport Loop. I feel like that might not be as in demand, especially in the first couple minutes. Still refreshing. Open the app and move the logo around. Weird Easter egg? How do I move the... Oh, you can grab the Apple logo in the app. You guys seeing this? You can grab it. What? Why? Why is that a thing? That's the dumbest... Okay, we're so close. Have you heard the rumors that the 10 display isn't very bright? I've heard it's the same brightness as the phones we have already, so I'm fine with that. That's normal. I get it's not as bright as the Note 8, which it's insanely bright, but I don't care about how bright the display is. I care about what's on the display, and the Note 8 has Android on the display, which I don't want. And yeah, for those who missed it, as we're going into this, I've agreed that if we reached a crazy amount of $1,000 in Super Chat donation, I would buy the iPhone edition. I mean, not the... We can't buy that. That's not a thing. The Apple Watch edition. I'll get the ceramic Apple Watch if for some crazy reason we reach that in Super Chat. We're getting Space Gray with Sport Loop. Okay, we're getting so close. Guys, I'm nervous. Time machine. I'm also waiting for the iPhone. I don't think Air Power is stupid. That's great. It's power. And it's wireless. It's nice. You can pre-order on the app now. I don't think so because I'm refreshing and nothing's changing. I'm focusing. How to donate. Use a browser. Safari or Chrome or not the app, not the YouTube app. Where can you do the Easter egg? On the Apple Store app. I feel like we're so close. Okay, it's almost midnight. Focus on your phone. Focus. Okay, watch the site. Never be able to order phone. Okay. People are saying you can. I don't know what that means. I'm refreshing and closing the app multiple times. Some people are saying it's on the Verizon store. Some people are saying just pre-ordered. How did you do it? I think they're trolls, personally. You can donate on the YouTube app if you have Android, yes, because Google is okay with variable in-app purchases, and the App Store, isn't. Everyone's saying, "Don't look at the chat now," guys. I don't believe you because Apple said 12:01, and it's not 12:01. It's 1 minute. They didn't say midnight exactly. They said 12:01. That was on all the promotions. Delete cookies. This isn't a browser, guys. This is an app. I'm refreshing like crazy now. Okay, I'm not focusing on the chat. Give me a break. If you guys super chat, I'm not going to read it. In fact, I'm not going to read much of the chat as soon as this starts working. My hands are so sweaty. This is so stressful. Please turn on. Okay, forget the chat. It's not working yet. Okay, we're coming up right. Okay, we're 20 seconds away from 12:01. Shut up. Getting it from Apple. Okay, ignore the chat. You guys are saying to ignore you, so I'm going to. I'm glad you like the setup. I'm sorry, I can't help but look at the chat. It's not 12:01. Okay, it's 12:01. It still says we've got something special in store. Still, closing app, turning off phone, turning on phone. Yeah, I told people usually Apple's a little bit delayed. That's happened before. They're usually late. This is normal. But now it's all on them. Oh, it's up! It's up! Okay. iPhone 8 Predator Plus. We getting the space gray. Swipe. 164. Done. Continue. Confirm your carrier. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading up my personal information. It's just spinning right now. Please load faster. Come on. Oh god. Yeah, I'm quiet. I'm focusing. Okay, went through. There's something you. Okay, continue. Product added to bag. Go to bag. Choose the time. 8 to 8:30. Yes. Pull Roseville. Okay. Okay. Where's the... Okay, I agree. I agree to the above terms. Oh no! How do I pay with Touch ID? That's not fair! Okay, enter with passcode. Thank you. Processing payment. Please process. Processing. It's loading. It's processing. Come on. Order pickup. Done. We look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, we got the phone. To pick up in store, please simply check the special. Check the great. Got it. Okay, Series 3, go. All right, one down. Series 3 with Sport Loop. Okay, 42. We want the 42 millimeter. Yeah, GPS and cellular. Add to bag. Okay. Pick up store. Chicken window require. Time. 8 to 8:30. Great. We're winning, guys. We're winning. Roseville. I don't need that. Okay. Apple Pay. No, I don't want to pay with Touch ID. Let me try the passcode, please. Oh, God, that's so stressful. Why does it make you pay with Touch ID? I can't do Touch ID. My stupid psoriasis. Processing. Done. We look forward to seeing you soon. September 22nd, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. I'm picking it up. To pick up in your store, simply check in a specialist with your system. Great. Okay, we got the watch, you guys. Okay, Apple TV. This one should be fine. Oh, my God. Oh, shop. Apple TV. Order. We're getting 32. It's fine. Had to beg. Okay, guys, it's working. We're doing it. Okay, buy with Apple Pay. No. Don't ship it. Can I not? Where's the pickup option? Wait. Sorry, I can't read the chat right now. If you're asking for chat messages, I can't. God, I'm so nervous. I haven't been this nervous since. Apple Store pickup is currently unavailable. Okay. So you cannot pick up the Apple TV in the store. Okay. Well, now we know that. Shipping address. Okay. It doesn't know the office address, which I'm going to keep a secret. Okay. I am in California. Code. Yes. Can't pay with Touch ID, man. Okay, I can't pay with Touch ID. Phone, come on. Enter passcode. Oh, processing. Please. Done! Okay. Thank you. Okay, guys. I think we just did it. iPhone 8 Plus, 64 gigs, space gray, Verizon Wireless. Order placed. Okay. Let me make sure everything is in check. I'm just checking the order status. Make sure I got everything correctly. I think we got it. So, wow, we had 360 people watching. Okay. The check-in window is 8 in the morning. No, there's no contract. That's great. Okay. We got it. Did I get the right GPS plus cellular? We got that. At the same check-in window. So I can get both the Series 3 watch and the iPhone on the same day. Same morning. Great. How long did that take? It's 12:07. It took me 6 minutes. Oh my God. Oh, that was so stressful. Oh, order placed. We got it. We got it, you guys. There's a little upgrade fee of about $30. That's fine. Going to cover that. There's $60 in tax. That's what you call a workout. Dang straight. I've never done that before. For those of you who didn't know, I've never pre-ordered a phone to be shipped on launch day. I've never done that before. I got the iPhone 7 about 2 months after it came out because nothing is selling out. Well, that's good. I hope there's plenty. So exactly, it's Friday, guys. It's midnight. Exactly 1 week from today, I'll be traveling to my nearest Apple store to pick it up. Oh, thank God. I'm so glad that worked out. I was really worried it wouldn't. Yeah, it'll ship to you on the 22nd. I don't think they're sold out yet. People are saying in the chat that it's not sold out yet. Oh, we got another super chat. I have a 6 Plus, an Apple Watch 2015. Do I update which one? I'd say you should if you can afford it, but it's really late. You got to pre-order right now. And I've just ordered the Apple TV as well, which will deliver on the day. Verizon still says the 22nd. Okay. All right. It's all been processed. It's all working. Got the order placed. This is really good, actually. I now have practiced, and I know exactly how to order an iPhone on launch time. So we know on October 27th at 12:01 a.m. exactly what I'll be ordering. I won't be ordering anything but the iPhone 10. That is all. I would have got a heart rate notification if you had the new watch. Yeah, probably. My heart rate was pacing here. I could actually check it. That might be kind of interesting. I'm kind of relaxed now. Do you do app development? Not usually, no. Can you choose the checkout window? Yeah, it did. It lets you decide what time in the morning you picked up your item. So obviously, I picked the earliest possible time, which was 8 a.m. So I could be first. I could be first in line. I'm definitely going to be vlogging that. And now you are poor. Believe it or not, no, I prepared for this. I was financially prepared for this. But yes, I like to joke about being run out of money. Okay. Heart rate 104. And 6 minutes ago, it was 120. My heart rate was 120. Okay. I'm glad I got all three too. It kind of sucks that you can't get the 4K Apple TV in the store. I thought I was going to be able to get all three at the same time. Oh. Okay, we got it. We got it, everyone. I just got to relax for a second. If there was there any super chats I missed? Nope. Thankfully, no one donated. No one donated while I was doing the checkout. Choose your items and configure them on the Apple Store app. Add them to favorites, and you can go straight to checkout. That's what I was going to do. I didn't think the app was going to go down 6 hours before. I thought I was going to have a little breathing room. I was planning on because I was working on a lot of other things today. I thought I was going to it was going to be maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, and I'll be then I'll add it to my favorites so it's faster. Turns out they shut it down at 6 p.m. and I was like, oh crap. Guys, when you ask the question, is it worth it? It's entirely dependent on your income. For me, this is my job. Of course it's worth it. Of course it's entirely worth it to buy these products and review them because there's almost 48,000 people watching me and they care about my opinion. However, thankfully no one donated. Well, you can donate now, of course. I'm reading the chat. I'll read the chat now. Thank you, Jeremy, for your donation. You didn't say anything, but I appreciate it. If you can comfortably afford the upgrade, and personally as someone who uses Verizon Unlimited a lot, I leave my phone at my office or at home when something's uploading or when we're live streaming, having a cellular Apple Watch is going to be extremely helpful because I can leave the phone, go around town, and still get notifications. That's a big deal. How will wireless charging work on a C case? A what? Well, they've said on their website that wireless charging works through their cases. They explicitly said that. They're like, if you have an Apple case or even a non-Apple case, you can drop it on a Qi charger and it'll still charge it. Okay. And yes, guys, I'm getting the 8 Plus Space Gray, which I've ordered. Now I have a pickup time. However, it's not. I'm using that until I get the iPhone 10. I'm still getting the 10. That's not out of the question. I'm just reviewing both because I feel like my fans care about both. Okay. Veneer Jonan Tech says, what music did you use in your iOS Better macOS vid? I think it was called Danger Storm. I don't know. Plan on doing a drop test? No. There's a billion other channels that are going to do drop tests anyway, so don't worry about that. Okay, let me do some basic math here, if you guys don't mind. Where's here? I want to do a couple math to see how much I just spent, because I think that would be an interesting number. Okay, so 8, 3 plus. Ooh. Oh man, it's a lot. Plus. Okay, I spent about $1,500 just now. It's not a joke. So I pre-ordered without having enough money. Hope financial aid gets deposited soon. Me too. Yeah, me too. When does this actually get charged? So yeah, thank you for your donation. Yeah, maybe you would have had enough money if you didn't super chat. Oh man. That's a lot. iPhone 8 Plus Gold is sold out in 256. Yep, I'm sure they're going out fast. Is donating Android exclusive because iPad won't let me do it? Yeah, it's actually, someone explained it to me. It's actually here's how it works. On Android, you can spend as much as you want within any app, whereas on iOS, Apple doesn't let developers have a variable in-app purchase, which would mean if you went into the YouTube app and you wanted to super chat, it could be anywhere from zero. I mean, it could be anywhere from $1 to $500. The App Store doesn't let it be a variable for user protection. And while it's there to protect the user, it actually doesn't allow things like super chat to work. However, you can still super chat on iOS. You just have to use Safari instead of YouTube. I don't know much about Xperia phones, but they don't run iOS, so I don't care that much about them. Yeah, I'm going to be able to walk into the store on launch day in the morning. I'll be first in the morning because I'm in the first check-in window. Out of all the windows, it was 8 to 8:30 a.m., and I selected that one. I'll probably get the 64 gig iPhone 10. It's cheaper. I know the Google Pixel specifically has become sort of a meme on this channel. Even so, are you at all looking forward to what the Pixel has to offer this year? Thanks. Yeah, there will be two sides to the Pixel review. First off, I'm going to make fun of it just because that's what we do here as an Apple channel, and I think the Pixel does have some very noticeable flaws, so I just kind of saturate those because I am openly biased. But at the same time, on a lesser entertaining note, I do hope it's better, and the leaks do look like it's going to be better, at least than last year, like getting rid of the chin and stuff like that. So it's there. I do hope that it's better. I hope people enjoy it. It's just there's going to be two opinions on it. There's going to be a serious opinion on my Pixel, and there's going to be a joking video on the Pixel. It's like, okay, as a phone, this is a lot better than last year, but it still has these problems. I think it's still lacking. And based on the leaks with the Pixel, I still think it's going to be a disappointment. But it's definitely going to improve in certain categories. Okay. Elo says, actually kind of worried. Didn't think it'd work. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That's awful. You know, it might be smarter for me. We're processing your order. Everyone's processing my order. Order total. I wonder when do these actually charge on your account? That's a better question. I got all these emails, of course. Everyone's saying, yeah, thank you for your order. Items to be picked up. We'll notify you when they're ready. 8 to 8:30. That'll be early in the morning. I'll probably make the iPhone 8 Plus video a separate unboxing than the Apple Watch, but Kaden said he's just spent $1,600. My God. At ship it charges. But what if you're picking it up? 24 to 48 hours. When they are ready to be picked up, it'll charge. Okay. Will you plan to review the iPhone 8 too, aside from the iPhone 8 Plus? I'm not that much made of money. I have money, but it's saved for, the rent here, and it's saved for the iPhone 10 and the iMac Pro. I'm going to review the 8 Plus. I'm not going to review the 8 because they're too similar. There's barely any differences. Yeah, it'll be the first unboxing. I think it might be smarter because I'm very close to maxing out my credit card, which I have enough money for it. It's just the credit card has a limit, which is very annoying. So it might be smarter to pause the order on the Apple TV. That way I know that the card doesn't get maxed out. That might be smarter. I might do that right now. And I think the 4K Apple TV will be available in the store. I think it will be. Okay. Start preparing your order. Okay, I can't even cancel it anyway. That's fine. It'll probably be fine. I'm not worried. They have new AirPods? Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so. That'd be a good thing to check, though. If it does, I might have to take action. I don't see any new AirPods, no. I just see the regular AirPods there. What I do need to order is a wireless charging pad. Is the shipment still at time or got delay? I don't actually know. You guys should check that, though. Can you walk us through the whole checkout process? Well, no, because you actually would see a bit of personal information, so I can't actually show you all that. I ordered 2, one of them for shipping, the other pickup. I need to cancel the shipped one, but the account orders page is down. Yet you actually can't cancel until they start processing it, which means that the credit card hasn't been charged yet, but... Okay, here's as much of the personal information as I'll tell you. I have enough money to like. I could barely afford an iMac Pro to give you an idea. The reason I don't do that is because I'm a smart person who knows not to spend 100% of his money at the same time. And there's still things like, the rent for this building I have to pay for. I've got PG&E bills. I've got cell phone bills. I've got car insurance. I've got a lot of things to cover. So I have the money for all this stuff, but my stupid credit card company doesn't let me spend over a certain amount every month. And I've called them many, many times that I said, can you raise my credit limit? And they raise it, then they raise it up to 1,500. So I can spend 1,500, and I just barely passed that this time, but only with the Apple TV, which is not at an in-store pickup. So I'm saying if I canceled the Apple TV order that I just made, then I wouldn't have to worry about the credit card. Um, it'll be fine. Or yeah, like you said, I could switch to debit. I could switch to the debit card, which would also work just fine. Yeah, your card has a $10,000 limit. I want that. I'm gonna need that if I want to buy the iMac Pro. Um, Super says, please respectfully correct Unbox's Face ID error. I do in Saturday's video. In Saturday's video, it's the iPhone 10 defense rant, and I specifically call him out and say what he's wrong about. He's not an idiot. Like, he had reason to be concerned. It was very embarrassing of Apple to have Face ID fail on the first time. It's just Face ID itself did not fail. It was a planning mishap. It was meant. Apple accidentally had the phone try to read the faces of the guys who were setting up the phone. So it did what it was told to do and asked for the passcode. So when Craig went up there, it was like too many attempts. So enter in the passcode. So Face ID didn't fail. And what I wish people wouldn't talk about more, and no one's bringing this up in the media, no one's bringing this up when they're talking about Face ID, is yeah, it didn't work the first time because the demo guys that were setting it up screwed it up. But then in about 5 seconds, he put it down, grabbed the phone right next to it, and it worked perfect. And he did it multiple times. He didn't just do it once. He was like 3, 4 times. He was using Face ID over and over, and it worked flawlessly. No one wants to bring that up. I was just really glad that Apple had a backup in case something went wrong. If they didn't have a backup, it would have been much worse. That would have been much bigger of a problem. So yeah, by checkout process, I mean the order of everything so we can order as fast as possible. Hmm. You recommend looking for a desk lamp with wireless charging built in. I actually had this really cool idea that I haven't seen anyone do yet, so I'm just going to tell you. If the iMac Pro happens, which we're not sure, I spend a lot of money, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to afford it by then. But when AirPower comes out, I would definitely put that charging mat on the dock of the iMac Pro. That way you have your desk and it's resting on this big dock, and then that dock has your wireless charging pad. You put your AirPods, you put your watch, you put your phone, all on the dock right underneath the iMac Pro. It's charging right underneath the big guy. You could even route the cable that goes to the AirPower through the same hole in the back. You know how Macs have that hole in the dock so that the power cable can go through it? Route it through that same cable. It would look great. I thought that would be cool. I did. I got the stuff, guys. It's been ordered. We got a pickup time. Picking it up 1 week from today. Do not update your iOS the first day it comes out. It'll probably be fine. There's minor glitches, I'm sure. They should make the Apple logo in the MacBooks a wireless charger. Oh, that'd be interesting. I was thinking of like where the palms are, where you rest your palms on the MacBook. What if those wirelessly charge? You could put your phone like right there and stuff. I thought that'd be cool. You can disable Face ID by pressing power button and top volume button together when phone's locked. Okay, and why would you though? Yeah, I'm so mad at Wells Fargo for putting such a limit on my card. It's like I have the money. Why can't I spend the money I have? And they do have a limit on my debit card as well. I think it's because I'm so young. Is it possible to change the delivery address in a couple hours? That's a maybe. You know what? You guys can't see my screen, so I'm going to just check to see if things are different. on desktop. Your complete order history cannot be displayed at this time. Why not? Your recent orders. It's in my app, though. My Apple Store app shows all my orders. Um, let's see. Can I show you this? I don't know if I should. There might be personal details. But yeah, it still says my orders. iPhone 8 Plus, Apple Watch Series 3 with cellular 42, Dark Olive Sport Loop. I got a new watch band with it, and the 4K Apple TV. But that's being shipped. I kind of want to cancel that now, just because I'm worried about the card. I wish you could just swipe to the left and hit delete like you do and everything else. But that's okay. Yes, I'm 19 years old. Yes, you are 1 year older than me. Oh my God, he's 19. Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Love your idea of making the touch bar in the MacBook Pro cover the whole keyboard, trackpad. Apple Pencil would also work too. Yeah, I would really love that. You're the same age as me. Inspirational. Yes, there are two human beings who are 19 years old. Yes. Helio says, I honestly can't decide if I want iPhone 8 or 10. Well, one's available for pre-order now. One is not. So you don't have to make the decision right now because there's only one. Are you going to buy the 29-watt brick for fast charging? I already have the 87-watt for my MacBook Pro. You know, the largest ever USB-C charger on the market. This still hasn't been beat. And they said that if you have a USB-C to Lightning cable, which I do, this will fast charge your iPhone. But again, I don't really care much about fast charging. I'm just excited for wireless charging. I'm nearly a decade older. The pain, I already feel my pension coming on. You're not that old. 29? Come on. You're not that old. Are you going to look 40 when you're 25? No, I think I'm going to look as old as I look right now just for a very long time. Oh, Zach Tech Review says, okay, I did it. I bought my first Apple product. Congratulations! Welcome to the secret club of Apple sheep. You're here. Why does it cost $100 more in Canada? Probably because of the taxes that your country has. You know, you have universal health care there, so things are naturally more expensive. But you also have universal health care, so... I'm just wondering if Apple stores now have the new products to check. They're not going to have them delivered until Friday, so 1 week from right now. I think I'm upset. Drew will look the way he does forever. He is an Apple vampire. No, I'm obviously going to age. It's just... like when my girlfriend met me and she showed pictures of me to her friends, they all thought I was 30 and they all thought I was lying. Because my girlfriend's actually 20. She's a year older than me. And everyone thought I was older than her, which is really funny because she has a bit of a younger face. So you're not the first people to think I look very much older. So I'm just anticipating that as I get into my 20s and 30s, probably won't look terribly different than what I do right now. Oh, you guys, you know what's kind of interesting? We were on Social Blade recently checking out Talos of Tech. It is predicting that we're going to hit 100,000 subscribers almost exactly on my birthday, which is really cool. I'm not going to tell you exactly when my birthday is because I think everyone goes, happy birthday, happy birthday. But I just thought it'd be really cool. That'd be like the greatest birthday present is the year I turn 20. I hit 100,000 subs. I was like, that would be so cool. I'd be really excited for that. Super chat again from Zachary Hicks says, it's really hard refraining from ordering iPhone 8 right now, holding out for that gorgeous iPhone 10. Man, you're a brave soul, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. It may be a long wait. I'm really concerned about that iPhone 10 selling out fast. I think it will sell out very fast. It's not going to be like these. We have plenty of options. Like, should I check? Should I try to see what shipping dates are for the rest? If I hit pre-order on iPhone 8, what happens? Let's say I wanted to get the phone I just ordered. Space gray. What's the shipping like? No, it's still Friday, guys. There's still time. They haven't sold out yet. It's probably because there's so many people like you waiting for the 10. Which is really great, actually. I'm very happy that it's not selling out super fast because I think the idea behind releasing three iPhones at the same time, which if you didn't know, Apple's never done that before. This is the first time they've unveiled three at once. Um, Shipping date is still Friday. Great. Um, is that it divides the customers a lot more. You know, more people say, I don't know, I want the 10, and more people say, no, I want the 8, and 10's too much. So that means that hopefully overall there's more phones for everyone and no one has to wait as long. So let's hope that's true. Does it the iPhone deliver or ship on the 22nd for home shipping? It said deliver. I didn't want to get delivery because I hate waiting around all day for a package to show up. I've done that too many times. It's very stressful because you don't know when it's going to show up. I prefer to do the pickup because it means I get my iPhone when I'm good and ready. And they're saying that my pickup time is 8 a.m. to 8:30, so I have that scheduled. I'm going to go there, be there, ready for it. Um, so I should probably drive there really early in the morning because it takes me a long time to get there. That's okay. I'm probably not going to sleep the night before anyway. Yes, it's inductive charging. Come on. There's no what. Well, guys, you shouldn't have to discern against inductive and wireless when truly wireless isn't a thing. If that exists, okay, we'll call the pad charging inductive charging. But right now, it doesn't exist, so just call it wireless charging. That's easier. Do you think huge YouTubers like MKBHD will get the iPhone 10 before its official shipping time? Yeah, I don't know for sure if he will, but that's something that he would get though. Like Marquez gets perks like that. He got the red iPhone like before everyone else, so it wouldn't surprise me if he got the 10 first. I did check if it was available for the 22nd. I think it still is. Yeah. When you were just starting out, how did you get tech for review, or did you make a lot of videos out of a single product? Like I recommend to all starting YouTubers, you need some sort of income. I really cannot. Yeah, it's portless charging. There you go. I cannot recommend to anyone to just work on YouTube and not have another source of income. Ever since I was in the fifth or sixth grade, I always tried to find a way to make money. For me, when I was younger, it was mowing people's lawns. That was my business. I went house to house. I asked people if they wanted their lawn mowed. That's what I did. I just was a professional landscaper, exclusive to lawns. And yeah, I couldn't drive because I was so young, but my parents didn't mind driving me places because they liked that I was working. This was on top of doing school, of course. But I've always had an income for as long as I can remember. I can't remember the last time like I didn't work or just I didn't have an income because even when I went through college, you know, I had other jobs going on at the same time. I did freelance work. I made a lot of people's wedding videos, TV, people's commercials, promotional videos. I always had an income. Um, so with that money, I was able to afford Apple products anyway. I didn't buy Apple products because I wanted to review them. It was literally because I liked them. I just enjoyed having them. And then I realized, you know, I was making all these movies. I'm a filmmaker. I have all this audio equipment. I'm watching all these tech channels. Wouldn't it make sense if I reviewed the tech? You know, there was potential there. I always wanted to have a tech channel for a long time. And then obviously it took a year and a half before anyone cared about the tech videos. But here we are. That's why you're watching it. Um, so that's how I afforded it. I definitely didn't. It wasn't people giving me things. I had to ask my parents' permission to buy things with my own money. Like I didn't have an allowance growing up. Like mowing my own lawn didn't count. Taking out the garbage doesn't count. Um, that was just considered chores. We didn't get reimbursed for that. And then like I would want an iPod Nano when I was little, and I would have the money for it, and I'd say, "Mom and Dad, can I buy an iPod Nano?" And they say, "You're too young for that. You need to save your money. You can't buy it." So like I love being able to do this because when I was little, even if you could afford it, you couldn't buy it. It was like you had to get past mom and dad. Like that was the big hurdle I had to jump over. I'm not in college anymore. No, I dropped out. I dropped out almost 2 years ago because it sucked. I hate college. Will you live stream or vlog yourself getting the A plus? I'll probably vlog it. I don't think I could live stream it because too much is going on. In a live stream, you have to be like constantly engaged in, and you also have to kind of show like your QR code as you walk in. So yeah, no, I'm not saying my parents were bad. It's totally normal to not have an allowance. I think that was fine. It's good. It's good. I think it was good for my mom and dad to say You're just going to help out around the house because you live here. So, Taylosive, no friends with Apple employee discount. I had a couple fans offer their discount. The problem is it's extremely, extremely difficult. Um, Apple employee discounts are very hard to implement because they give you a very specific code that can only be used on a very specific item, and it has to be ordered from that store they work at. So for me to get the discount from the fan that wanted to offer them to me, they would have to buy it themselves, ship it to their store, pick it up at their store, and then send it to me. So I was just gonna have to pay some fan a certain amount of money. It was very complicated. And you didn't even save that much. Apple Store employees get like 50% off, and that doesn't apply to giant purchases. Like, it's not 15% off $1,000 items. It's like 15% off a $400 item. So it like basically all that Apple Store employees get is no tax. The discount kind of just removes the tax. I live in California. What does the light switch do behind you? What's its secret? Nothing. I'm trying to get rid of it. I know it's distracting. It doesn't turn on anything. Well, we're past an hour, guys. I want to wrap up the live stream pretty quick here because I'm just cooling down now. It's very late. It's 12:30 a.m. And I've got a big day in the morning. So, last super chats, last questions. Wrap it up here. I've considered a fan meetup. Sadly, I'm worried that a couple people would ruin it for everyone, and I would end up not enjoying it. The problem is, while you guys may look at me as a big YouTuber, I'm not really that big. So for me to go to a place where a lot of fans could meet, where it would, not working for a day, just taking a whole day just to travel and spending all that money on gas, doing all that would result in me meeting 10 to 15 fans. And while it would be special to those particular fans, it would mean delaying content for the rest, which I think would be a little spoiled and a little biased. And honestly, I'm not good at giant interactions. I've never been a party guy, so like having a bunch of fans in the same place just to meet me would probably be really cringy for the fans. It'd be very awkward for me and be very stressful, and it would end up costing me a lot of money. So I'm not saying I don't want to meet you. I would love to run into someone in public. I think that would be really fun, but trying to do like a scheduled, like I will be at this location, everyone come to me, I feel like that wouldn't result in anything good. While I know you guys think you want that, in the end, there would be a lot of people trying to talk to me at the same time, which means that the people who are there probably wouldn't get a one-on-one experience. So that's why I'm probably not going to do that. I haven't gotten an email confirming my purchase. Any idea why? No, you should have got one. I got an email for each of my purchases. God, it's so cool to see that it's in there. It's like, confirmed. Thank you. Ordered. Oh, that's great. Well, I'll tell them to meet somewhere and then don't show up and vlog the whole thing. That's mean, no. Hey, I'm an Apple sheep and I have a deal with many people that say Apple is bad. I give them all of your reasons and they're speechless. Your channel's magic. It is. That's why I get paid the big bucks. Yeah, it's I want people to know that they're not stupid. And I feel like as an Apple sheep, before I was a tech channel, I watched a lot of tech videos, and I felt like there was this bias on YouTube that said that if you like Apple products, it's because you're stupid and you're an idiot and you don't know how to spend your money. I kept getting that impression from video comments and from a lot of channels of just saying, the Apple product, what a joke, what a joke. And it's like, but I really love these things. And I gave up trying to reason with people in the comments because that never amounted to anything. Because I would just keep commenting like, no, you guys don't understand. Like, there's a reason we like these things and we're not wrong for liking these things. I don't think that you're an idiot for liking Apple. That's really the positive image I'm trying to send out there. And my bashing on the Pixel is really just trying to compensate for bashing on the iPhone. It's just kind of like an eye for an eye kind of thing. I think it's totally fine to be biased as long as you can back up your opinion. being biased without backing up your opinion is useless. It's just iPhone is better because it is. Why? It just is. I like it. That's not a reason. Like if you can start bringing up reasons behind it to back it up, like the iOS and how things are optimized in speed tests and AirPod support, Apple Watch support, this ecosystem Apple has designed that is not paralleled by other developers, then you can start having a debate. And I love debating with people. So tell them, Drew. That's why I like your channel. Thank you. Considering to ever line up to buy your iPhones instead of pre-ordering it. By the way, no hate because illy. What do you mean by line up? I said pick up. I pre-ordered my items for pickup, which means you guys, when I get my iPhone and Apple Watch, I'll be at an Apple store in line at a specific time to pick them up. So I am waiting in line. I'll be waiting in line, but I'm going to be at the mall extremely early. This is my full-time job. No, I used to work at a Mandarin Ranch, but I'm now doing this full-time. Guys, I don't think Justine wants to collab with me. I appreciate the thought, but I don't think she would. I don't think she would be interested. There are two lines at an Apple store. What? Well, when I was at the Apple store on launch day last year, I didn't pre-order the iPhone 7 because I didn't have enough money for it back then. Obviously, now it's my job, so I kind of have to do this. But um, there was a giant line for the iPhone 7, and keep in mind they didn't have the Plus. Everyone was buying the smaller 7. And I was there, and I started waiting in line because I said, "Is this where you get in?" And everyone in the line was like, "I guess." And I started thinking, I was like, "There's not that many people in there," and security was really high as well. I was like, "This probably." I feel like this is just for the pre-order. So instead, I was like, I'm going to risk looking like an idiot and cut everyone in line. So I got out of line. I waited in line for like 5 minutes. Got out of line, went all the way to the front to the lady who was scanning people's QR codes. And I said, "Hey, I'm not getting an iPhone. Can I just go in?" And she said, "Oh, yeah, you're fine." So I just passed everyone in that line. And mostly everyone who was there for the iPhone. So it just, you could tell it pissed off so many people at once to see someone just like go ahead of everyone in line. And I just walked in there and said, "Can I get the Series 2 Apple Watch?" And that's what I got that day. And they said, "Do you want space gray? Because that's the only color we have." And I said, "Yes, I would." So that's what they got. And I got the Apple Watch right then and there. Didn't pre-order it. I don't think you could pre-order it. I tried to, and there wasn't a pickup option. You just walked in and we grabbed it. Don't spam iJustine, guys. We already had an interchange on Twitter about a year ago. She doesn't like me. Do you think there's a limited number of iPhones per current? There's a limited number of iPhones, period. They're making them as fast as they can. The French store took so much time to reload. I'm afraid this will happen when the 10 is sold out. The 10 is going to be tricky. At least I won't be buying 3 things when I get the 10. But yeah, it's going to be crazy. Well, I dropped out. I didn't finish my major. I was majoring in business and going to get a minor in film, but I was learning so little from both classes. I was taking business classes and film classes, and I was teaching the teachers stuff, like because I had already been running my own business for years. So it wasn't getting anywhere. The film class was teaching me things I had known for years, and the business class wasn't being helpful at all. So there was no point in me staying in college. It was far more worth it. And it's not just about community college. It's about, how much time and money you put into a college. And I was sure that, maybe I would have gotten a better experience at a non-community college. The problem is that was a maybe. It was like I could hope for better teachers and better classes, whereas just dropping college and going straight into business and trying to run this company on my own full time, which is the reason you're watching this, which is the reason I can order these things, I knew would work out. I could just tell that, this tech channel was picking up fire. It was starting to burn. And I was like, if I can just devote myself to this channel and to this job, I know it can be big. I know it can be self-sufficient. And while I was working on that, because it wasn't a full-time salary yet, I knew I had a job lined out at the Mandarin Ranch. So I worked on the Mandarin Ranch 5 days a week. And after I would work at the Mandarin Ranch, I would come home and work on tech videos. And I did that for a solid year. And after that year was up, the tech channel was big enough for me to live off of it. No one else works for any of the Taylosive channels full time. Not Wyatt, not Xander, not Dan. No one works for it full time. Anyway, guys, it's getting late. I see the chat that's saying go to bed. I think that's a good idea. Sorry, I apologize that the stream looks darker. I don't know what caused that. I don't think that was a problem last time, but I'll look into it. I'll try to fix it. I actually do know what it is. I think it's the shutter is different this time. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate the super chat. Really looking forward to picking these items up in exactly 1 week on Friday. I'm going to bed. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good night.